Okay, guys, we're going to go for a little tune here from somebody in Boston. His name is Shayminn, and he's very important to the Irish scene because he started in the hip-hop scene when he was about 9, and he was involved in dance as well. And to be fair, he's hooked up and linked up with some of the best of the Irish here. Deanie, you would have met him before.
We're actually working together at the minute.
Go on, tell us.
Yeah,
that was a nice lead in there.
We're doing some mixtape material, which will be coming soon.
Brilliant.
Myself and Shayminn, yeah, we actually met together online.
All right, brilliant. And listen, when do you hope to get that out? Because I'm sure people are chomping at the bit at this stage because we'd love to hear some new stuff.
It'll be coming soon, but we don't actually know. We haven't put a day on it or a date on it, but it's definitely coming.
All right, brilliant.
Ireland and Boston, definitely, yeah.
Dublin South FM. Everything's fine on 93.9. Dublin South FM.
Welcome back, people. You're live here in Dublin with the Power of Dreams. Joining us in studio is Deanie, and we're going to speak to somebody who you know online in a very second. Kevin O'Brien, how are you doing? I love when the phones do that. Kevin, how are you doing? Have we got you there live?
Yes, how you doing?
Yay! How's that Boston accent working for you?
Oh, it's good. It's good, as long as everybody don't say I sound like Ted. The teddy bear.
The teddy bear.
You have a reputation. Anyway, Deanie is here beside you. Better say hi.
What's up, brother?
What up, guys? What's going on?
And Peter McFerry, you better shout out to Peter as well.
Peter, what up?
Hi.
What up? Hi. What's going on? What's the story?
Well, listen here. I was reading your bio because there's actually no end to your talent. But you really started all of this, as I said earlier on, when you were about 9. That you got the bug.
Yeah, I did. I got it early. I saw this kind of show, and I literally, probably my first car was a dinosaur because I've been doing it this long. I saw Michael Jackson do the moonwalk, and it just hit me like, whoa, what was that? I want to do that. So I remember just practicing the moonwalk till I had it cold. Shortly thereafter, it was like Run DMC, Nucleus, Jam On It, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, The Message, Johnson Crew, who happens to be local, Space Cowboy, and it just went on from there. And I was a b-boy for like a few years. And it was kind of like a trend around here because it like faded out. And then probably about 1989, there was a group that came out of Boston called New Kids on the Block.
I remember them.
Yes. And I saw them, and you know they were singing, they becoming famous, and the main thing was though they were getting girls. And see, I was kind of a socially awkward one. You know, I got the piss taken out of me all the time by people and this, that, and the third. And so I saw what they were doing, and I was like, you know, it's like when John Lennon said when he saw Elvis and he saw the reaction of the crowd in the theater, and he was like, that looks like a pretty cool job. And I saw it pretty much the same way, and I was like, sing, dance, get chicks. Where do I sign on the dotted line? And funny thing was, I sang, I danced, but guess what? I still didn't get chicks.
Well, there's always so, you could always follow up on that later on.
Yeah, but the main thing was you know, me and some friends formed a group, and it was kind of like that "Girl, I Love You" stuff. But funny thing was, it wasn't allowing me to express myself the way I wanted to. You know, I didn't just have "Girl, I Love You" stuff in my mind. So, like, I basically just started rapping shortly thereafter. You know what I mean? And, you know, I grew and I came up, and, you know, there was no internet back then. I still got crates of Source magazines, Double XL magazine. Like, I got crates of this stuff. Like Tupac on magazines, like the covers of the Source magazine, stuff like that, bro. Say Tupac, like he was just a hero. I lived it, you know what I mean?
Come back to me with your, keep your mobile, yeah, move your head again, because we lost you for a second. Go again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good, it's okay. So
I was just saying, like, I've got everything. I've got cassette tapes. I got a cassette deck, like a boombox, the traditional ones we had when we were kids and I was breakdancing. I got one of those, and, I saved every bit of my hip-hop journey. I got lyrics I wrote when I was, like, young. And, I got on to, I'm basically like the ultimate evolution in hip-hop culture, going from a break dancer to a singer and a dancer to, just on and on and on. I've played the Apollo Theater in Harlem twice. If you look it up, it's the toughest stage anybody will ever play in Harlem, New York. I did shows in neighborhoods in Boston that some of these neighborhoods I had no business being in, but you know what? That's where you had to. No, but that's where you had to go to earn your stripes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it in these places like the suburbs yet because, a lot of people in the suburbs were listening to it, but nobody was rapping at that time. As a matter of fact, it was tough to be a white rapper back then because after Vanilla Ice, the door just went like this. Boom. Shut it. They shut it and they shut it down and they just deadbolted it. And it wasn't cool.
Until Eminem. Eminem then.
Well, the funny thing was, when Eminem came out, it'd be cool, like the floodgates open again. But before then, after Vanilla Ice, they weren't trying to let any type of white dudes in. There was exceptions to the rule, like Third Base. There was exceptions to the rule, like House of Pain, Jump Around, as everybody knows. There was exceptions to that rule.
Yeah.
But, House of Pain themselves, though, one of the ones that did get in. But, like, I remember, let's just take House of Pain for a minute, because it was a precursor to what we're all talking about right now, because when I was young, I remember I left my house for a few days. I think my mom's and I got in a fight with like my mom and my stepfather after coming home at a dance. This kind of a side note, which was pretty funny. So I was staying at my boy Rich's house, and we used to watch every week. We'd watch Yo MTV Raps with Fab Five Freddy, a definite pioneer. And that's how you got your music back then. You watch Yo MTV Raps, you watch your Arsenio Hall show, things like that, because they weren't trying to show no rap on. Like they do on Jimmy Fallon or E! News or whatever. They didn't have that back then. So, anyways, I was watching Yo MTV Raps one night, and I thought they went to commercial, because next thing I'm seeing is a St. Patrick's Day parade in the middle of New York. Here's this dude in a pub in a Larry Bird jersey, which I know something about because Larry Bird played for my Boston Celtics. I'm a huge basketball fan. And then I see this dude rapping, and I'm looking, and I go, what in the beepity beep 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 is that? You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, they look like me. You know what I mean? And
finally,
that,
says here.
But
listen,
like Irish.
There's so many people tuning in right now that really want to find out how they can connect with you, and then we're going to pick one of your songs and we're going to play it here and give it a spin. So where can you be found online?
Okay, I can be found on Facebook.com/Shayminn, SHAYMINN, and I can also be found on Twitter.com /SHAYMINN, on Instagram SHAYMINKO, and that's where to find me. Everywhere else, we just connect. But I just want to say,
I wish I had more time.
Closing, okay.
I wish I had more time because we want to actually give it a spin. We're going to play some of your track here because we're going to.
Okay.
Which one do you want us to play? Circus
Whatever
of Hip Hop.
you think is.
Circus of Hip Hop.
Yeah, play that.
Yeah,
whatever you like, play it.
Yeah,
play
we're going to go for that. And listen, thank you so much for actually just connecting with us. Keep being positive, keep doing what you're doing, and influencing all those positive minds out there with even more positivity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Irish hip hop, and you don't stop.
No,
all right,
never stop. God bless. Take care.
Never stop.
Here we go, people.
All right.
Let's have a listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, circus of hip-hop that is predictably boring.
My inability to relate may be deemed as hate, but hip-hop is dead, so I'm here to resuscitate the game from the fake corporate snakes who peddle toxic audible candy for these Hansel and Gretel. Minds of these kids, obsessed with the dollar, many pseudo Marvin Gaye, that make me want to holler while perception has me questioning what's going on with hip-hop today, where the balance is gone. For many different styles, they enter the fold like Mike Patrick McDonald. I'm watching all souls get sold to the highest bidder, so don't quit a day job. Figure you want to be rapping, minimum wage slobs, mopping the floor at your local Mickey D's, pocket knife and the gum from under the table. Please, you ain't throwing up threes, smoking trees, a crazy thug in the days of your school plays. I heard you was a ladybug.
With the circus of hip-hop, be without clowns. I ain't picking up just what you're putting down. You juggle microphones, you say you stay in your grind. Well, it's all in your head because you're out of your mind. Well, with the circus of hip-hop, be without clowns. I ain't picking up just what you're putting down. You juggle microphones, you say you stay in your grind. Well, it's all in your head because you're out of your mind.
Robotic means only generates industrial music. So if you got talent, please properly use it. I don't care who you are or what you claim to be. Every day you put your pants on the same way as me. My regularity will conquer your brass. Nature that you have when you're lusting for that gas. Conducting yourself in a delusional manner. Now you're throwing up signs in certain colored bandanas. Analyze the grab your cheeks and say that you're cute. Painting super soakers black and make it look like you'll shoot anyone stepping, but you're mad for no reason. Bambi will whoop your ass during deer hunting season. These kids have got it twisted. What hip-hop's about, they pick up the mic and walk the fantasy route. Spitting their little riddles with dreams of being rich. You dance for LFO, now you're living off your bitch.
With the circus of hip-hop, be without clowns. I ain't picking up just what you're putting down. You juggle microphones, you say you stay in your grind. Well, it's all in your head because you're out of your mind. Well, with the circus of hip-hop, be without clowns. I ain't picking up just what you're putting down. You juggle microphones, you say you stay in your grind. Well, it's all in your head because you're out of your mind.
Hey, yo, I come from the era of hoodies and Tims. Now half-naked honeys and oversized limbs is all that I see, and when I listen to their rhymes, it's free advertisement for their clothing lines. Respect is no longer based on lyrical skill, as long as you got those shining diamonds in your grill to hide that bad breath you got up in your mouth. How many more rappers can I hear from down south? I ain't hating on the South has done its thing. Let's take it back to gold ropes and three-fingered rings. I ain't dated when I say this, because designer dress truly don't appeal to real hip-hop kids. You can't stay fly forever without having wings, or measure self-worth through material things. And to all you backpackers anti-this or that, you're just as much to blame for what's wrong with rap.
With the circus of hip-hop, be without clowns. I ain't picking up just what you're putting down. You juggle microphones, you say you stay in your